Welcome to this edition of Empowered 305. We have a special guest who I've been wanting to have on this podcast for quite a while, and we finally made it happen. Her name is Athalie Edwards, and she is part of the Virginia Key Trust, actually the executive director, right?
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
There's a lot about Virginia Key Beach, and it's a very historic place. You were appointed by Chairwoman Christine King of District 5, and it's a wonderful place. It's the heart of the beaches here in the city of Miami, right?
Yes.
What's that profound love you have for Virginia Key Beach? Talk to me about it.
Most importantly, being named after the founder has made this a divine connection. Athalie Range, who was the original founder of Historic Virginia Key Beach, she is a pioneer. She's a driven woman. She was the first African-American commissioner that was appointed with the city of Miami, and also headed Amtrak as well. So just being able to fill those shoes has just been divine. So having the ability to be, appointed by Chairwoman King, and also having the backup from the other commissioners has really given me the strength that I needed to push forward. And just, the environmental aspect, most importantly, the civil rights aspect, I just have a special love for it. So being able to be the pioneer, the executive director and the CEO is just a full circle for me.
That's awesome. That's a major accomplishment. I know you have some visions and goals that you want to accomplish. Can you talk to me a little bit about it?
Absolutely. So first and foremost, I love doing public sector work, and just making sure that civic engagement is taking part with this park has been like my ultimate goal. I want to bring the people to the park. And most importantly, I also want to bring the park to the people. So that's pretty much what I'm spearheading right now, and making sure that the museum is, brought forth as well.
How do you plan on bringing the younger generation into the park's history?
I'm glad you asked that question. So we've been working with some of our partnerships like Sustain the Culture. They're a young group of kids that just love everything sustainability. So working with partnerships, making sure that we get that younger generation to come in through, civic engagement, whether it's an outreach program or having an event at the park, is the way that I'm trying to circle in. We're also really big on using social media on all platforms to try to capture that group of people.
I'm glad you said social media. That's important because it's a generational thing, right?
Yes.
So social media, I think they just want to see what it looks like, what it is. What about the older generation? Because it's so historic, right?
Yes.
And I've been going there for so many years, and you see traditionally how many families continue to go there, and it's a beautiful park. Talk to me about how you want to preserve the history as well.
Well, I'm glad you asked that question, because we actually did a piece yesterday with Fox News with the first African-American submarine diver. His name forgets me right now, but it's going to come out on Thursday. And we like to encourage having those type of interactions happen at the park. They reached out to us, asked if they could do a piece on us, and I said, come to the park. So being able to capture like those individuals that have done things at the park, have made changes at the park, we want to encourage them to come in and, help us with building the history.
How are you going to continue to build that trust with the community?
Different ways that we build the trust is we definitely have workshops where we're able to get the public to give us their input. We also do eco tours, eco histories, and we also allow individuals that are vested in the park to come in and give their stories as well to other individuals. And so that's some of the ways that we help build the story, build the trust, build the brand as well, and get some of that input from the individuals whose parents, grandparents, great-grandparents that took part and helped build the park. We also get them to give us artifacts, and we like to tell their stories as well.
You meet here at City Hall every once a month, is it?
Quarterly now, yeah, okay. Yes.
It's obviously an invitation for people to come and see the different changes and perspectives that you're putting into the trust, right?
Absolutely. So when we have our board meetings, we notice them. We talk about it on our newsletters, and we also encourage anybody that has anything that they would like to talk about with the park, tell their story, give us input. We encourage them to come to the meetings and give us their different side of the story.
So where can they visit the trust
They can-
on the website?
Absolutely. It's www.virginiakeybeachpark.net. And they can also follow us on social media as well.
Before I end the podcast, talk to me about some upcoming events that you have in the month of March and maybe into April, right?
Sure, yes. Well, right now we have the museum. We do have a workshop that's going to take place on March 9th from 10 to 12 at Historic Virginia Key Beach Park. We're in the process of wrapping up our business plan. And then after that, we will go ahead and do an invitation to bid to get our engineers to get us to start building our plans for the museum. So we do have FAMU. Their alumni group is coming out March 17th. It's called Be Out Day. We also have a partnership with Baynanza that will take place in April as well. So please stay tuned. Follow us on social media so you guys can take part in those events that we have coming up.
So when they visit on social media, they're going to be able to see the calendar with the different events that are coming up, correct?
Absolutely. And we
Awesome.
also post daily as well. So we'll definitely keep it rolling.
Thank you for joining us. And most importantly, I know that you're going to come back here again. We're going to talk and share your different perspectives and updates that you have done to the park.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you again, Women Empowerment, because March is a very important month for us, right?
Yes, and I'm excited.
Thank you for joining us at Empower 305. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.